I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. We stealing at the gas station when the time was cold. In the kitchen, hot still trying to flip it out the stove. Rocking fake J's, praying that nobody know. Watch them take my dog away, it was way too hard to stay composed. Fight to see the light of day, all this blood on my clothes. I was tired every day, green light, it's time to go. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Die too young. 100 miles per hour, might crash cause the good die young. Yeah, the good die young. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. Right back where I left because I know my people needed me. Diamond in the rough, I don't know what it is they see in me. Go down as a legend in my city cause we beat the streets. Trying to spread the wealth around the block, no I can't keep from me. Told me I should leave, I see the bigger picture and it's way bigger than me. Can't be living like a king, but my people need to eat. If I got it, then you got it, we gon' get back on our feet. And I put it on me. I don't wanna live life fast or die too young. Or die too young. 100 miles per hour might crash cause good die young. Hey, but here I come. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Cause I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back home. Y'all coming back home. I'm coming back home. Y'all coming back. Push it to the limit, I can't go no more. Red light, no way, I'm coming back home. Long dirt road, all on my own. I'ma be the greatest, write my name in the stone. Write my name in the stone. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home. Write my name in the stone. Cause I'm coming back home. Yeah, I'm coming back home.
Well, let's go for the second game of round number 1 for Gongmana 2023. We are here live at the Kiama Sports Ground. Wonderful, wonderful location and a lovely, lovely venue. This game, we have small things. A veteran pickup team from all over the place. They are going to be playing a young and up-and-coming team in Murder on the Breakside. Led ably by Kobe Ryan. So, some locals in this Murder on the Breakside team. And I'm going to do my best because this is the way in these these fun tournaments. Not everyone has a number on their jersey. While we wait for the teams to prepare themselves, we will talk a little bit about the tournament itself. A big thank you to Mandy Lee for putting this together with her tournament organising committee. Done a wonderful job. We've just received an absolute spread of food. It's the parts of the breakfast actually that got fed to the players as well, so they're running on some gorgeous looking food. Andrew Jackson's going to flip here with Ryan from Murder on the Breakside to figure out who's going to do what. Seems like the boys are just figuring out what they're going to do. Agreement has been reached, and looks like we're going to have Murder on the Breakside. They're going to go to the left-hand side of the screen. Great to see a lot of these players out there. You see Cole Fink trotting his way across. Fink, of course, well known for his coaching escapades. Two-time national champion coaching Ellipsis, the men's team, to glory in the biggest dance in Australian Ultimate. Lavis. He's going to pull for Murder on the Breakside. One of the best parts of this tournament. There's lots of little things actually that kind of have elevated this tournament to a new level, and one of those is the gong. The gong that was used to signal time on. That happened a couple of minutes ago. Big old pull by Lavis. Bit of offside. Callum Conway in the bright red pants. So a zone to begin. And Jackson to Brereton. Oh, and then immediately a layout block from Conway. Not waiting to light the fireworks. Alex Haar is going to pick this up. The cuts come in and away. Oh, the bookends for Conway. Gets the block, gets the score to kick things off 1-0. Murder on the Breakside. Strike on the open side. See Faulkner just playing back shoulder. Layout bid past Jackson. Then into space. So, good start. It's the way you want it to be. Turnover and then a conversion. Okay. Some players playing both ways early. And by some, I mean Alex Haar has the disc in hand. She'll back up and play defense, along with Gemma Coleman. Meanwhile, offense for small things. Cole Fink out there. Along with the big horse, Fraser Wigney. Nathan Payne getting involved, and then Wigney is just taking that away from Phillips. It's Maddie Phillips. Kaida Yoshida. Or rather, sorry, that's Flo Flores. Here's Fink. Goes the double pump to Wigney. Wigney just playing a little bit of 1-2 with Fink. And Fink's just going to try and reach back for Wigney. Wigney had to fly. Didn't realise it. Stayed on his feet. So Coleman. From the corner. And playing downhill are small things. Connor Velfius. His throw wayward. Brereton. Flo Flores. Now Payne. Does go to Flores. To the corner. And now all around the edge, sharp and hot. Phillips did not have a lot of reaction time. Managed to get her hands on it. Coleman breaking inside to Maguire. Lavis. Ooh, across the field, overshoots, and Brereton to Fink. Cole Fink gets on his bike into the end zone. Crafty veteran, 1-1. And small things steady eventually. That wind just creating a bit of interest. Giving the throws a bit of shape. Any throw to that far side of the field, you've got to be sure of it. Secrets to throwing in the wind, very much a matter of spin and control out of the hand. Too much outside in, too much of that leading edge. And the disc will pop up. Of course, not enough, and it'll die straight in the ground. So always a tricky thing, throwing in the wind. And the best players are the ones that manage it the best. So here's Yoshida to pull. Nice looking pull. Faulkner. Oh, that is a cold drop by Kate the Tank Pankhurst. Reliably informed. That is her nickname. They go fast, and that's just going to test it to Loughnan. Yoshida just playing in tight quarters. Conway. The hair, the pants, it's quite the image. Oh no. Yoshida, the pass getting jumped. Irish is on the ground. Checked by Langston. And Langston's going to claim the block. Poaching there. Awareness on the play. On Conway. To the back corner. That is some throw. Some throw indeed. Dropping it in the very back corner of the end zone. So for those playing at home, it does lead us to a 2-1 scoreline. However, Murder on the Breakside are up the break at the moment. Small things with a deficit to overcome early. Kobe Ryan has decided to put a shirt on. In fact, it seems like he's borrowed Callum Conway's shirt in order to play the point. Lavis. It will be Smythe. Settles underneath it. Phillips. Seeing plenty of it. And now Nathan Payne. Has to let things settle. And then breaks back to Brereton. Smythe. Pick in the middle of the field. Might get away with it. Payne! Oh, Nathan Payne is just going to be absolutely ropeable. I think that might get called back. Or is there just going to be a little bit of respect paid? It looks like it's a walk-off. A walk-off layout by the big Nathan Payne. Oh, the lad. He has got after that in a big, big way. And he is a tall, strong man. And on that note, I think that is a great time to talk about Red Bull. I think Nathan Payne has definitely had a can before jumping on the field because he had wings. And Red Bull supporting the tournament here this weekend, giving us the extra energy to go on and play this wonderful sport of ours. So 2-all. And Fraser Wigney to pull. The wind is gusting at times. Has increased gradually over the course of the day. That is going to get pushed out. Wigney starting that pull on the low side, never looked in. It's Velthius. Ryan looking for the quick 1-2. Lofton just plays on Ryan. Lets it get to Maguire. Maguire. Ooh, Langston under pressure from Flores. A wayward one that Langston gathers anyway on the edge. There's Von Velhuis. They did manage to go through hands. Murder on the break side. And they did find the break side. Langston heavily involved on that one. Picnic time in the park here in Kiama. Osman with the disc. Always such a talent was Thea Osmond, and her development in the game has certainly reached the peaks that many kind of expected. And seeing the first time she played, oh, the out throw, that's going to be on the money. Kadi Yoshida, the target. Down the stretch. Just power position play. The in and the out. The throw had to be good. It did hold up a little bit. Iris Firat in the area. Good spacing by Small Things. Just placing two players in isolation, gave them space to work. Rewarded with another point. 3-all the score. Murder on the break side, still up the break though. There you go, best pull of the game so far. Conway regained his shirt from Ryan. Combining with Ha. Coleman gets it back into Conway. To space. To Vaughn. And Vaughn looking for Coleman, who's underneath it. She's caught up. Drops it, does get the left hand to the disc. Was in a tangle and did well in the end. Daniela Flores brings it in. And there is Action Jackson. Oh, that is too close. A block. Conway wanting to go fast. Had Coleman, didn't see her. Vaughn makes the cut. It's a hammer to the break side. Kate Pankhurst, wrong-footed on the hammer. Crosswind hammers like that you see it just get pushed to the right, out of the hand. Conway knows it. Wind affected. In some ways, that position is the preferable direction to throw a hammer in this wind. Lofton to Jackson. Jackson Oh, that is a speculative throw. Conway just comes from 3 deep. And now Vaughn looking in the other direction for Coleman. Loughnan is just going to guard that one all the way. Supervises the disc over the sideline. So after a flurry of very quick points, we've got some more of some scrappy ultimate. That throw though by Sophie Taylor. Just inside shoulder, blading forehand. Misses the target. Ha gets around the edge to Conway. Conway's going to go the quick 1-2. Looking to work against Fink. Fink reads him like a book. Puts the effort in early. Close to the end zone. Murder on the break side. Vaughn. Pankhurst comes. Vaughn going to the break side of the field. He's shot that nearly onto the beach. Loughnan again supervising things, much like a lifeguard on the beach, keeping an eye on things. Jackson again with an opportunity. This time goes the flick rather than the back end. This one again wind affected. Jackson just not able to get the punch. Runs out of legs. Conway picking it up. Well, that it's a sharp one. So Taylor going fast. Loughnan. Jackson again. He's 0 for 2 so far. Gets completion in the books. And then, well, he's 1 from 4. If we're playing Bink. At the moment, Jackson is running hot. Early in the tournament, Jackson known to be a game winner. Anticipate him to fire up. Conway trying to combine with Ha. Ha does really well. And Ha around the edge. That's a really nice throw to space. Here's Vaughn. And Vaughn just happy to grip it and rip it. Looking for Conway, who showboats it in. Murder on the break side, 4-3. Still maintain that break. Kind of Velhuis more than happy just to let rip. Has a license by the looks of it. And certainly no shortage of confidence. Conway had made possibly one of the most dangerous cuts in Ultimate, starting from very, very deep in the field. Cole Fink having to track the much, much younger man over, looked about 50 metres. I think if we asked Cole Fink, he would say that he'd much prefer to work in close quarters where he can use his brain, his experience to play the angles. In a straight up foot race, that's not really where he wants to be as a defender. Credit to Conway who'd managed to effectively reduce the game to a foot race. So here's Hayden Irish. Oh, he's thrown that straight to Virat, who's played underneath. Here's Ryan. Ryan is just going to put it to Lavis. Lavis loses it, finds it. Siri piped up with some directions, said turn left. He's found it. My phone has just gone off because I named who should not be named. And Matt Lavis gets the score. thought for a moment Hayden Irish was cued in to the world's biggest layout block. He thought about it. Love to see him just launch at that. I think the disc just popping up. Wrong-footed everyone, including Lavis. Irish playing the angle, trying to cut to the lane. You see the attempt to close it down. So Murder on the Breakside go up a break. 5-3. And a wonderful game on the hands. Small Things been ambushed a little bit. Yep. These teams mostly comprised of players from all over. So hard to know what you're walking into. So the Murder on the Breakside, a little bit of an unknown quantity. Come out very, very strong against a very experienced team in Small Things. And that pool's gone too big. Big grin on the face of Matt Lavis, enjoying his ultimate out there. Great service of Wollongong ultimate over many, many years, Matt Lavis. Oh, and that is just a heads-up block there for Cal Faulkner. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's good. We're good. Langston catches that one, and Murder on the Breakside have continued the ambush. Small Things now giving up 2 breaks on their way for a total of 3 breaks. Ooh. Natasha Langston. It looks like we're going to have a timeout. So we'll duck to an ad real fast. We'll come back and we'll continue with this game. 9 points played. Still plenty yet to come.
The ultimate things in life are free, and we're keeping it that way. Subscribe to keep up with the latest games, tournaments, and community content. Share it with your team and friends, and drop a like to help spread Ultimate to more people. Spread the word, spread the love. ULTI.TV.
While we're at this little bit of a break, we'll mention again the wonderful work of Mandy Lee and the tournament organising committee. Just put on a wonderful event here this weekend in Kiama. A wonderful part of the country. So one of the teams actually down on the beach in between one of the games there. The Ocean Swim. And of course, another contributor is Red Bull, helping out the tournament this weekend, giving us the extra boost of energy. I've stayed away from it, to be honest with you. I don't need more caffeine. I talk too much as it is. An interesting call here. It's called by Murder on the Breakside. So timeouts in Ultimate normally used in a defensive way to break momentum. Rarely do you see teams kind of call them when they're on the roll. But Murder on the Breakside have bucked that trend. They called this time out here, wanting to talk things over. It was a critical juncture of the game. 6-3 the score, half at 8, so another 2 points is all that Murder on the Breakside need to take that halftime break. And going into half with your noses in front is no good strategy. Anecdotally, of course, we do see lots of comebacks, but you'd have to say that mostly the team that's in front at halftime is the team that wins at full-time. So we'll come back. The teams retake their fields, and I'm going to see if I can rope someone in here to join me on the commentary. We'll need to turn them on, so we'll let the production crew for ULTI.TV sort out the technology. And hello, Michaela.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good. It's wonderful for you to join me here on the commentary.
It's nice to come and not play, to be honest.
You have been playing a fair bit of frisbee recently.
I've been around for a while, yeah. Good to take a break.
So, you're supposed to be playing for small things, but not because of, obviously load issues.
Yeah.
What are you noticing out there? Your team's down 3-6.
I think I just said it in the in our little huddle, we're a bit quiet. So there's a bunch of free players, but hello.
That interesting decision, goes to the crossfield hammer rather than the open side forehand.
I agree. There's a lot of free players, but sometimes we're just sort of not thinking about it.
Okay, more thought, more chat.
More chat, just more chatter. We're very quiet. I hear myself on the sideline, which is not ideal.
Okay, Payne goes to Jackson, and Jackson with an opportunity to create something for the offense. Just a calm hand on the disc. He'll get it back. And now Fink in a mountainous space.
I almost thought he was on the opposite team.
Well, the shirt is very, very white.
It's quite deceiving, isn't it? Oh, nice inside. I think that was Abby.
Potentially part of the plan by Fink, going the ambiguous white. And into the end zone for Flo Flores. Michaela,
good little grab.
Tell me, how did this team come apart? Come to be this small things team?
Well, because it's funny that you say come apart, because we have come apart a little. I don't know.
That was a bit of a slip.
Yeah, I think I reckon it would have been around regionals earlier this year. Mish came to me and she was like, I think I've got a team to play Gongmana. Do you want to play? And I was like, well, all right. I've heard good things. Why not? And she kind of gave me a list of names, which then turned out to be some of the people. Like, she was like, Carter will be playing, Flo will be playing, I'll be playing. And I was like, great, that's all I really need. Fantastic. Anyone else is a bonus. But it turns out J-Mac put the team together. Okay. So Small Things was his kind of idea, doing like small things, little things to make the tournament better, make life easier.
Okay. Lovely.
And then
very
obviously,
wholesome.
Unfortunately, J-Mac has become injured.
Yeah, okay.
We had Jayhar on the team until very recently, and he sustained an injury at the most recent Australian World selection. So we've roped in a couple of Gong boys, or I think Cole messaged John O'Keefe, who roped us in a couple of Gong boys, who have been good fun so far. But I think after that, I think most of the team has sort of remained pretty similar to what it initially was. I just didn't have the full list of names when I got the invitation in February.
Because these teams that come together for tournaments, they're always, Wigney.
Unfortunate.
Gets gifted one.
Yeah, little pass.
Lofton goes back to Wigney. Wigney just steps through to Irish. And Irish, Lofton has the biggest grin on his face, and Irish just calm, patient, eventually gets the cut from Brereton.
Yeah, a little nice inside.
And being so experienced in Ultimate, right?
Oh, all right.
I remember.
Dangerous.
I remember when you started playing, and you've been around the traps, you've represented Australia, you've been at the top level, you've done it all.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the offensive timeout that Murder on the Breakside just called?
Are you asking about this?
Because
controversial.
There's always it seems to be like one of the hottest topics in coaching is like, when do you call a timeout? If you're on a run, the wisdom is don't call a timeout. Where do you sit on this conversation?
I think it's very different for a tournament like Gongmana, where you're coming with a 14-player roster, although it does seem that the rosters are slightly flexible, in that some people are putting on shirts and taking off shirts accordingly. Okay. But part of the fun, I guess. I think if you're playing with a shorter roster, maybe call a timeout, take a breath, not the worst thing in the world. Better to stop yourself before you fall off the edge, before tip yourself off the edge, so to speak. But I think if you're playing with the bigger roster, I'm all about running with the vibe. And then if you run out of gas or get broken multiple times, then I'm pretty much a double break, 2 different lines, timeout. Let's have a think about what's actually going wrong.
So, reading between the lines, anything goes at Gongmana. Make it up as you go along. Have fun. Enjoy the ultimate disc.
Yeah. I'd be very interested to hear the opinion of a Crocs coach who also goes to a tournament with 14 players.
Yep. So, Ha coming back to Von. Alex Ha has been heavily involved for Murder on the Breakside. Has been a linchpin of this offense. Ryan working in space. Again, here's Ha just holding up this offensive line. Oh, Conway to Farrat.
Quite a visionary throw, though.
Wasn't it just? So now, Small Things, the opportunity to come back on even terms. Flo Flores. Jackson runs the pick and roll. Loughnan. Back to Smythe. And then Andrew Jackson. Smythe again. Jackson. Goes the push pass.
Disgusting.
It's a little bit grody. And then Smythe
the job done.
Smythe on the open side.
I have a personal ick about push passes, I should say.
Tell me about it.
Which is where that reaction comes from.
It sounds like there's some trauma there. Was there a push pass upwind, high pressure moment in a game? Because that's my trauma.
No, I just think I have very strong opinions on this. I'm not sure I want to really unlock them.
No, I'm here for it. Let's go.
I guess started playing Ultimate with Martin Tonkin, or Martin Mazar, I guess how he goes now.
Yep.
And I just think he just loves a push pass. And he's very good at them. He can probably throw one maybe 10, 15 metres with a decent wind, like a thrower's breeze. But I think Marty is quite a stalwart of Outbreak Ultimate, and I think that has encouraged many a youthful Outbreak and other youthful female identifying players to throw push passes when maybe they don't quite have the capability.
Because Marty Mazar is also a fairly long human as well.
He is quite a big man.
He's got a long reach.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it comes from that of throws that could have been open backhands or open flicks where people are like, you know what, I'm pretty sure I've seen Marty throw a push pass here. I'm going to do it, and then it's a turd. And as somebody who I guess scores a lot in the end zone, I'm like, that could have been something a lot simpler than it was.
Yeah, okay.
But I think that's probably the core of it.
We're going to come back to this. I've got to ask some questions here. Osmond.
Oh, unfortunate drop.
Osmond.
Moving a little too fast, I think.
Just too quick. So Fink goes fast. Payne. Oh,
follow, nice. Good follow, good track.
His pass just popping up in the air. Now Brereton on the open side. Has the crossfield hammer potentially.
Unlucky.
Trying to push it to Smythe. Lavis, who is now sans sleeves. Interesting to see the evolution of the uniform as the day goes on.
As the weekend goes on, I think.
The humidity was high here this morning. Now a longer throw looking for Langston. Turnover.
Quite a loose zone from Small Things. I want to say it was a 3-3-1 maybe. But I'm not super sure.
Old school 3-3-1.
Old school 3-3-1. Ultimate moving towards the 2-3-2 method of zoning. Big fan. But it makes it easy to get deep passes off like that because there's no pressure on the mark.
Fink popping up that
good collection.
Scoobering weirdness. Brereton into a short amount of space. Fink playing in the ambiguous white. Matt Lavis the right time, right space. Comes back the other way through Conway. You know, he won't wait around, goes fast. Langston again scoring for Murder on the Breakside. And I think that takes us to 7-6.
That it does. A tight end zone squeeze a lot of these goals, like coming right down the sideline.
I want to come back to the push pass conversation.
Okay.
I can't let it die.
All right.
So what you're saying is, like, there was a senior player who's potentially not the greatest role model when it came to shot selection.
No, I wouldn't say that. I think Marty picks and chooses quite well where he throws his push pass.
Yes.
I don't know. This is hard. I really like Marty. I really rate him as a person, as a player.
You just
I don't rate the push pass, just personally.
You don't rate the influence that he's had on
I just think maybe I don't want to push all the accountability on Marty. Like, he's shown some really good skills, and I think personally people need to have some accountability to go, all right, I've thrown it once or twice. Yep. Maybe I'm not going to throw it a third time.
Yep.
But I guess that comes with experience of, like, maybe enough's enough, which I surely haven't learnt for many things, so maybe I should
And when it comes
reflect.
to throwing different throws, you know, it is a matter of experimentation and what works for you.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to go fast back the other way. Lofton does
Can
not
she recover it? Yes, she can.
Does not catch that. So Murder on the Breakside are going to take half. Get out to that 8-6 lead. They are in front and they'll receive the pull.
Most dangerous score in Ultimate.
8-6.
Supposedly. I don't know. Everyone says that now for any score line.
Well, I think it's 14-1.
Yeah,
That's a really dangerous
I would agree with you. Or even, like, I'd give you like a 14, like 9 or 10. But now any score is the most dangerous score in Ultimate, I feel.
No, I love it. We'll go to it. And we're going to go to half. We're going to have a quick break. Hopefully Michaela Dummer will join me in the second half as we talk more trash.
I'll return for some opinions.
And that's what we're paying you in bagels. There's a banana bread and some granola here.
Yeah,
if you'd
fantastic
like some.
spread here, to be honest. It's good.
And we'll be back in a few minutes for the second half of this game. We'll see you shortly. So the second half looks like it is ready to be commenced. Everyone's on the field, so Michaela, thank you for coming back.
Oh, you're welcome. It actually took a lot to jog back over here, so more effort than it was worth maybe, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Great pool to start though.
We'll try and make it more fun. We turn the blowtorch on various people. We'll be more wholesome, I think, in the second half. Pankhurst getting involved. Now Conway. Murder on the Breakside. Working against a zone. Oh, Lavis over the top. Gets the up and over.
I did wonder how long they were going to go down the sideline. Maybe he heard my thoughts and was like, no, we've got to get off the sideline.
In the end, small
AJ's
things.
Going.
Looking for Kaida.
Just a bit too much heads up on the D.
And now, through several sets of hands, Fink. That is really an ambiguous white.
White with a spot of blue.
And Fink, oh, he's lit up the young man, Conway. He's headed to the end zone, and Conway has not realised that he needed to get on the bike because Cole Fink has set sail.
It's the white shirt, I reckon. I thought, that's my player. All good.
All good indeed. I have a bad history of throwing upwind push passes, Michaela.
Do you?
Yeah, full disclosure.
Okay.
I even
I'm
tried.
glad you could be. You feel like it's a safe enough space for you to be honest with me.
Well, I attempted to throw one in a league final.
Yeah.
Universe Point, upwind,
Oh,
push
yeah.
pass. Did not work
No
out.
bueno.
Yeah.
Did you get the disc back?
No, we lost.
That is that's a sad state of affairs.
Yeah, it was devastating. As a young Ultimate player back in the early 2000s, I was quite devastated.
Did you learn from it, do you reckon? Or?
No, that's probably the
Well,
most devastating part is that, you know, with such an event like that, it still didn't sink home because, you know, much like some players in SA have Marty Mazar to look up to, I was looking up to John Greenfield, who is, you know, a push pass aficionado.
True. Maybe role models too high are to blame.
Yeah, we're trying to... Ambition outweighed capability, I think, in my
I think
case.
that's like the genuine vibe of becoming an experienced player of like, okay, what am I actually capable of versus what do I really want to do with myself? I feel like that's where, you hit the peak of your playing capacity.
And finding that balance between the two.
Yeah, and maintaining it, to be honest.
Because consistency is important, and so far, Murder on the Breakside have been very consistent in converting their points. Maguire.
I like it.
Now Maguire just reaching, open player. 10-6. And small things left with big things to do.
Couple of points.
It's not lost.
Come from less.
But what needs to change, do you think? How do you... What have you noticed that your team needs to do here?
I think the term huck happy is like reserved for teams that are happy to throw deep but are maybe not particularly successful at it, which is maybe not what I would call Murder on the Breakside because they're very happy to throw deep but they are quite good at it. So potentially just closing up those gaps a little bit more, not letting people go as deep, or I think playing a zone worked really well for us because it just meant you constantly had at least somebody back there. But they just, I think it's a lot of stopping the hucks. Their quick movement is very good, but I think they're scoring off some distance throws. So that's sort of what we've had a bit of a chat about. And on offense, I would say we're a really good Australian mixed team because we're super great at getting blocks, but not so great at punching them in, which was a hallmark of my D-line in Manila this year, of getting blocks and just conversion. Not so great. But you're getting a block, you can't punch the goal in unless you get the block, so it's a good start.
It is the first step on the way to hauling in deficits.
Yeah.
Rather, it's the step that comes after converting your O point, which...
It's tricky too.
Small things are not going to do straight off the bat. They're going to need to fight back on this one. Alex Ha So reliable so far in this game. Lavis goes out. The line cut, not there. Not left with much. Does find the arounds. And so Murder on the breakside. Ooh, that is spicy throw. Needed a layout to ensure a completion. Lofton keeps his hands up and feet in. Brereton down the open side. Fink draws attention. Lofton goes around the edge to Irish.
Bit iffy as to what was going to come out there.
Well, the high release flick.
Yeah.
And now Wigney. Brereton.
Oh, just snakes in front.
Some snakes and ladders. Sarah Brereton. That hand reaching out in front of the flashing defender. 9-8. A good first step.
A good push to get the turn back.
Some of your teammates out here? Some of the blue bottles? No, not blue bottles. Barramundis.
I mean, hopefully.
Not on the field today.
Well, but are you talking about like vanilla barramundis or? Oh, I thought you meant like, I was like, I don't know the teams for Worlds. Yeah, I got a few. Carter, AJ and I were on the same line, which was quite fun. Carter played on a different line, which was fun to watch, but sad to not play with her. Obviously Cole was our coach in vanilla, so he was our defensive coach, so heard a lot from him. And
what insight did he offer you when you were struggling to convert those points? You were getting the blocks, yet not managing to punch it in.
Look, I'll be honest with you, I really can't remember. Like, I'm sure it was useful. Anyone calling lines that isn't playing is always useful. Like, a non-playing coach is just such a massive advantage. But yes, he was very willing to, like, set us up for what we needed to do. And then the other one is Sarah Brereton, who was my coach first, and now I get to play with her, which has been fantastic. So I'm hoping for more of that.
Nice pull by Flo Flores. Osman looks for Maguire. Maguire just misses everything.
Yeah. Let's see if we can convert one of those breaks.
Andrew Jackson.
A good man to have the disc in hand.
Give big thumbs up to the camera. I've been filming AJ for over a decade, so he's very used to working with us, so to speak. Sophie Taylor, great catch out in front. And Smythe down the sideline. Murder on the break side.
Oh, an unlucky
were bending and had been broken. Osman gets them going back the other way. Ryan wanted that long throw. Maguire,
had a good cut off the back.
Maguire electing to sit on the disc rather than move it quickly to Ryan. Conway. Langston goes to her knees, makes sure of it.
Got to put lots of spin on the disc. Been a little bit windy.
And that throw, hard to pull that off. Ryan was moving at a great rate of knots. Smythe. Yoshida. Now Nathan Payne. Jackson has just found a mile of space. Taylor.
A break.
A break.
Yeah.
Woo, go team.
That's my wife there. Very proud.
That's lovely.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
so cute.
Well, she hasn't played Frisbee in a bit. It's pretty excited. Haven't seen her play in a while. It's nice. It's good. Proud of her. Proud of the team. Proud of her too. Hopefully this will be the break train.
Because I imagine for you, it might have been the other way over, Sophie, watching you play.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I think yeah, mostly, yeah.
So nice to have that reversed and be here. know?
We've either played together or, the other one's kind of watched the other. Or Sophie's usually been working, to be honest. But it's nice. Nice to like sit on the sideline a bit, like I said.
So time out. I think we'll talk about the wonderful job that Mandy Lee and the tournament organising committee have done.
Absolutely. I was impressed the moment I stepped foot into breakfast this morning. It was delicious, very filling.
I just had a scroll for morning tea.
Oh, yeah?
Top quality.
Yeah, and like, just the volume of everything, and it tastes really good, and there's just so much of it. Like, I'm a big fan. I think a good tournament shows in its catering. And this has definitely got some of the best catering. In fact, I may go as far to say it's probably got the best catering I've maybe ever had at a Frisbee tournament. And we're only, almost 12 o'clock on day one, or half 11 on day one.
Gongmana won the prestigious Tournament of the Year award from Inside Out Ultimate.
Well deserved. I heard many good things from last year's tournament.
And it looks like the tournament organising committee and Mandy have put in a top effort. A wonderful tournament that looks like it might be a front runner again to repeat this year and win that award again.
I agree. I think they should bid for nationals. If you can get all the accom over there and then like maybe a few more fields, probably not enough field for nationals, but like, could you imagine walking from your accom to your field every day? Beach, recovery.
Bit the dream, wouldn't it?
Summer. Bid for nationals, Mandy Lee. I would vote for you if it was a democracy vote. And AFTA should vote for you too.
And I think I personally have organised many tournaments over the years, and my personal experience was when you saw players happy and having a great time, that was the reward. And Mandy seems like a great servant of the community, and this tournament is it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I was doing some research last night. I wasn't here at Gongmana last year, and I was wondering what on earth is this Gongmana tournament. And from my research, I found nothing but the warmest of praise.
Yes, the news has travelled far and wide, which I guess is probably why so many people have bid to come.
And it was on an invite basis, so
prestigious.
Lots of people missed out. And I will actually talk about one of the bids a little bit later.
Oh yeah, you have some secret info on bids, do you?
No, this was public info.
Okay.
It was posted on the Gongmana Facebook page.
Oh, lovely.
So
I clearly am not that social media savvy because I've missed it.
We'll come back to it. Alex Ha steps up to the brick mark. I didn't even realise there was a brick mark. And brings it into play. Ryan looking to try and break the mark of Fink. Ha across the field to Pankhurst. Great catch.
It's a really nice throw in the wind as well.
Here's Ryan getting into the containment cup of the small things zone. Conway, not long to go.
Fakes the through the legs throw, I'm pretty sure.
Well, if he managed to pull that off against Cole Fink, it's been quite a battle.
Yeah.
Between Fink and Conway. They've matched up on each other pretty much all day. And it's been 1-1. So I'm reliably informed that I've actually got the names wrong. But I take no responsibility. All care has been taken, but no responsibility accepted, because Murder on the Breakside have 2 numbers on their shirts. So I can reliably say that Natasha Langston is number 1 and Kate the Tank Pankhurst is number 13. Apart from that, your guess is as good as mine.
I can confirm Tash. She's one of my Chile teammates this year. And then Nick has got the gloves on.
Okay. We'll work it out.
Also one of the one of my current Chile teammates. But after that, I am done for, apart from my own team. And even then, I'm still learning some of their names.
Sometimes they're the best teams to play on, where you meet them Saturday morning.
I actually think so, because it means you can't take yourself too seriously. Like, you're still learning. Errors are really easy. They come about. Like, you just gotta like cop it and move on with your day. Which I think the general aim of Gongmana, to move on with the day, have fun doing it.
Oh my word, that is Paul. That is
Stay in.
gonna stay in.
Maybe it's rolled out
Question
the back.
mark? No, it does not. Lofton.
I feel like I trust Ollie enough to pick that disc up if he thinks it was still in.
I mean, he's just a good lad, isn't he?
Yeah, just wholesome. Drove him down here last night. Very lovely. Good chats. Looks at his dump, which I'm a big fan of.
And Taylor. Jackson. Oh, the poach immediately goes off the back of the stack, reading the eyes of Action Jackson.
I haven't heard that before.
That's been his nickname for 15 years.
I thought AJ was his nickname.
That was AJ's his name.
I know, but it's so short. It's a nickname too.
Lavis looking
Oh,
for the out, and the hammer does awkward things in the wind.
Thought a little bit too much about it, I reckon. Like, really had hands on and then didn't.
The Flo Flores. Again, Taylor. Now Irish.
Oh, big one, no.
Did have Jackson streaming deep. Matty Phillips. Nathan Payne. Irish.
Takes it high.
Reaches. And now goes to Jackson this time. In the end zone. 10-all.
Very happy with the movement.
Still in touch.
Still in touch. Going downwind on defense. It's a good opportunity to get a break. Or kind of downwind. It's a bit of a crosswind now, I guess. Sort of coming into the camera.
Yeah, a little bit strange.
Enough to do some funny things to a breakside hammer throw.
Thrown many hammers in your day?
Absolutely. Hammers is probably the thing that people are like, oh, make me.
Because you're a lefty, aren't you?
Yeah. You could have thrown a backhand, and I'm like, nah, crossfield hammer will do. That's like, I guess that's my push pass.
Have you ever thrown a left-handed hammer and had someone run the wrong way because it was left-handed?
I don't think so. I've definitely had people. Come to me afterwards and be like, nice scuba, and I was like, nah, I actually don't have one of those, so definitely wasn't a scuba. But I don't think so. I don't want to. Not in recent memory.
Yeah,
I will say.
I think there's some Super League footage of me throwing a left-handed hammer.
Oh yeah.
And the receiver running as if it was a right-handed hammer.
I think it's a bit like I probably throw my hammers in the same location 90% of the time. So
yes. Because what is, from someone of your caliber, what's that key position to be in for the hammer to be on?
Probably exactly where it was thrown over here, to be honest. Mine obviously would, it just drifts a little bit more, usually.
Yep.
I think that was touched as well, no?
Oh, he's waving it off.
No, but I reckon he touched it.
And there's some loud heckling coming from his own team saying you touched it. Ryan?
Yeah, I think the same position. I would throw that hammer.
Ryan's going to bring it to the line.
Maybe we'll go back to that one.
Osman. To Faulkner. And now Ryan. Oh, that is some kind of throw.
That was a nice inside coming up this sideline. Very easy to throw it out, to be honest. So it's nice and zippy, good distance. I mean, I would like to see whether or not that ball was touched, but I suppose I'll play within spirit of the game and say he was being honest.
That's some kind of throw.
Yeah, that is a nice backhand for sure. Just enough bounce for somebody to pick it up.
Tough to make this throw. The wind pushing this disc down. Throw of the day so far.
Yeah, it has been a good one.
Not so much the push pass.
Not so much the push pass.
Or the crossfield hammer.
The push pass, in my opinion, is never the throw of the day. Hot takes. Or probably cold takes, to be honest. I think lots of people would disagree with me there, but I'll stick to my guns. It's been 8 years and I've maintained the same opinion, I reckon. Maybe like, let's say 6 years.
Well, it gets to a stage where when you've been around long enough, you can die on certain hills.
I will absolutely die on this hill.
And that 11-10, small things on offense, they're still down the break.
I think it's also important to quickly talk about the draw.
Yes.
This draw benefits close games, so
Yes.
even if you do lose, it's not necessarily the end of the world in a sense, which is always good to keep games exciting, but also
A loss at the end of the day isn't...
it's not the most devastating thing. You're not done for.
And for the second time today, we see Mish Phillips on the field. Oh, that is inch perfect to Maddie Phillips. And Mish Phillips sporting the pink headband. Jackson steps through the mark, but it pops up. Taylor with pressure.
Yeah, definitely a throw that sits on this sideline or just dies very, very quickly, so quite tricky.
It's a horizontal stack for Murder on the breakside. They're going to space it laterally.
Also allows you to take advantage of the deep space, which they're doing very well.
Nice fake. Working through hands. Labour's trying to get involved. Oh, that is a cold drop.
Let's see if they can punch it in.
Pain to
wowies.
Lofnan.
That made me a little nervous, I'm not going to lie.
Controlling the disc in the wind, always a challenge. Lofnan, great reactions.
Yeah, just reached up. Also good dump D.
Yeah.
Lots of pressure on that three.
For a young man, Ollie Lofnan has a very long list of accomplishments and
Big ceiling.
very, very big ceiling.
Mish Phillips with the pull. Going downwind. I'm excited. Recent Japanese national champion with catered. Also on the line. Just come back from Japan. Landed yesterday, I think.
This is wonderful.
Yeah.
All this insider knowledge.
Yeah.
Stuff that's been happening.
You can watch it on YouTube. All Japanese Ultimate Championships, I think. That's the... I'm sure if you punch that in, you'll find something relevant.
Commentary would be
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah, it's all in Japanese, but the excitement, you
The
can still
energy.
feel it, yeah. It was a very good game, a very good semi-final. Their semi-final was also streamed, but yeah, Carter's team, Tokyo Mavericks,
Ah,
first time
yep.
in a final,
Okay.
take away the trophy, pretty good. Hopefully she can bring a little of that magic here.
She's punched that a long way down. It's not going to go dead. Connor Vaughn has just played that as in.
Yeah, I'm hearing game to 12 as well, so...
Oh, okay. So, technically that means universe point. And small things.
Got the zone on.
It's a relatively small thing they need to do. Get the turn, get the conversion.
I think the zone is a good choice because it forces lots of little passes, and especially with this wind.
Oh, Connor Vaughn is
But that is a very nice throw.
going to say enough of that. Pankhurst
That.
caps it. There's a 1 point deficit in the end, so a loss, not really that big of a deal. In the draw, a win by 1 point. Let me
Oh,
consult.
you've got a little manual.
Yeah, the player pack.
Perfect.
It's like on really nice paper as well.
Yeah,
Like
it does
it's
look
like
like good. Yeah, that's good paper.
that's not like
That's not government school paper either.
no,
I can tell you that.
It's not the $13.95 from Officeworks.
Absolutely not.
Can see through it paper. Yeah, so 16 points if you win by 1 point. 14 if you lose by 1 point. So, in the scheme of things, you know, a 2 point difference in the draw. It's going to lead to both of these teams being much similar in terms of strength and the teams then that they'll come up against in the next round.
Equal in strength too,
Yeah.
hopefully. Well, that's the way that it should work out.
While the teams circle up for their spirit circle, Michaela, were there any final and closing thoughts that you had and you'd love to share?
Just in general, or
I'll open it right up for you.
I'll talk about Frisbee. We're here. Why not? I think a quick secondary or second reflection on the fantastic tournament that Mandy Lee has put together so far already, 2 games in. It's shaping up to be a really fun time, and I think you can see that with the way that people play on the field. So there's lots of like fun throws that maybe you wouldn't see at nationals or Div 1 nationals or things like that because people are a little bit too scared, but I think that's kind of what makes a tournament like this really special. So hopefully you see more of that. Also really happy that ULTI.TV get to stream something because it's really great to see Ultimate back on the stream again. I love that. I love being able to watch Ultimate, and like I know that there's lots of people who maybe didn't make it here who will be loving that too.
Yeah, and we were very honoured to be invited back by Mandy and the tournament organising committee. Like when we got asked, it was not a question of yes or no. It was like, how could we make this work? We need to make this work. You know, everything that we'd heard about Gongmana and what it was, in some ways it's a throwback to what Ultimate was many, many years ago.
Yeah, what I've only heard rumours of.
Yes. You know, just some outrageous tournaments that were just so much fun that you ended up talking about them for the next couple of months, you know, and there would be memes and just these stories that grew out of these events and friendships as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think we'll close on that note. On behalf of ULTI.TV and Michaela Dunmore, my name is Daniel Clinton, and we'll see you very soon for the next game.
ULTI.TV